I honestly started this journey because I was bankrupt, and not bankrupt in my bank account, but bankrupt in my vitality. And as I started to change the way I was taking care of my health, I was able to regain a lot of my confidence, and I was able to regain a lot of that energy and that enthusiasm I had to do things. And it all started because of cup of tea. So cheers to that, and let's enjoy our tea while I talk to you guys a bit about my journey and what made me shift my focus and my mindset into something better and something that now works for me wonders. And I'm just amazed at how my life has changed from point A to now point B where I'm at, and everything that it took for me to get here. So cheers to that again, and let's enjoy a cup of tea together. Just that like warmth makes me feel like so good, especially knowing all that I struggled through, and knowing that finally I'm feeling way better, and just how my life changed. Once I tell you guys everything that happened, like, you guys are gonna be amazed with me. I won't be telling you guys everything in this specific video, but follow me through my journey so I can show you guys everything through it, and then just show you a little glimpse into everything that I do on a day, because seriously, my days are very packed and full, and I have so much on my hands, but I'm somehow able to make it all work. And I don't think it's magic. I think it's the way that I started to take care of my health. So if you want to start taking care of your health too, and you want to feel more energetic, more ready to conquer all the dreams and goals you have and crush the goals that you want to achieve, then keep on watching so that you see how it is manageable, and it is something that you can actually do. Hi. So let's enjoy a warm cup of tea while I talk to you guys about the why and why it is that I started this journey. It was something that I had to share, or it wasn't something that it was just meant to be to keep for myself. I realized that I have to share the knowledge that I have, because maybe there's somebody out there struggling that doesn't know how to find the way, which I resonate with that, because that was me at one point. When I was sick and I didn't know how to handle that, I didn't know why I was feeling tired. I just couldn't figure it out. I started researching, I started reading into books, and that's when I came across my teas. And one day I was just brewing my tea, making it, because I have to do, it's a lot of work behind it, like mixing different leaves and like measuring them and everything and whatnot. And the process of it made me realize that that information was valuable, and I just thought it was something that would be good to let other people know, because sometimes you might be struggling and you don't even realize why. And it could be a simple fix like a cup of tea. So yeah, I've just felt way different and energetic. And this is something that happened to me probably like 2 years ago, I'd say, because I was so burned out with work. And the work that I had was very demanding mentally. And that was making me very, very like stressed out. And I think my body was catching on to all that. And the fact that I was so stressed made my body start to not feel so good and not be so energetic. Because when I look back at my life, I've always been a person that's been very energetic. I've always had the energy to do so many things behind the scenes that people are not even knowing that I'm doing, because I really like to keep a lot of those things private. But I was going to keep this private at one point, but then I realized that I feel like I do need to let people know my journey, because I just felt that calling, like I had to let you guys know the battles that I fought to be where I am now. And I'm so glad that I got the courage, I would say, to be able to talk to you guys and like give you guys a little bit of insight on how that went for me. I had to shift and change so many habits that I had. I already used to work out, and I used to do a lot of like outdoor activities and whatnot. But one thing that I didn't realize was the way I was eating, which to me and to many of us, it might be considered healthy. But you don't realize that a lot of the things you're eating have a bunch of like ingredients like that are not even understandable, or you can't even pronounce, because in the first place, they're not even supposed to be there. Let's be honest, they're not supposed to be there. And we just buy the things we think on because it says organic, because it says healthy, natural. you name it, you think that it's good, but once you actually decide to flip it over and read the ingredients, that's when you realize that it's not what we thought we were eating, or we're putting things into our body that are making us more sick than what we actually thought. I also used to think before that fruits were like a healthy thing or something. And then as I started to read more and learn more, I started to realize that that was not true either. And that's part of what was making me sick also. So I don't know. I have a lot of information and things that I've learned through, I'd say like probably like 2 years or so. I've learned on so much stuff, and I just thought that I had to share it. So that's the reason why I kind of want to give you guys some of that information that I have, because I don't want to just, like they say, gatekeep it, because um it's really, really something that could help someone. I'm wanting to start this journey is not necessarily because I just want to be seen and want to be known. It's more because I really, really care to help somebody out there that really needs the help how I needed it when I was feeling the most vulnerable. And I swear that I researched and researched, and I would look online, and there was no videos at that time, like 2 years ago. There was no one, at least not that was popping up on me, that was talking about this. And trust me that I did my research. I looked it up. After that, probably like I'd say a year ago or so, I started to see more people talking about it, but I feel like they still don't talk about it in the way that they should, because this is bad for you, don't eat this, but they don't tell you swap it, or like this is the alternative. They don't teach you how to read the labels like in simple words without using like these crazy words that nobody understands, only they do. And they're just trying to use those words to seem like they're cool, or like they know stuff, which it's valid and it's fine. I also know how to speak that way, but sometimes you also need to speak in a way that people understand it completely, without using crazy words, like they say, kind of like showing it to a 5-year-old. And when you're basically entering the world and realizing all these crazy ingredients, if they don't explain it to you that way, then you just simply don't understand it. Channel, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how to read the labels, how to know what ingredients you're putting in your body, and how to know how to swap them, and supplements, vitamins, things that you could swap, more at home cooking from scratch and things of that sort, so that it's easier for you, but easier in a way that it's attainable. Because sometimes people would just tell you, follow this like 3-month plan and you'll get to like your perfect self. But we know that sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Like sometimes when we're so busy doing other things, we're working and doing our life and like our things and cooking and whatnot, going grocery shopping, laundry, kids, you name it. You need to like take a step or two back, breathe, and breathe with me, and realize that it's okay. It's okay to take a moment for self-care for yourself. And it's okay to realize that not everything should be in a rush, and everything that people are telling you like to work out and you'll be the perfect person in 3 months, that is just simply not a reality. The reality is that you have to work towards it every single day. You have to work through it every single month, through the whole year, through the next year and the next year and the next year, and so on and so forth. It's a change of lifestyle. It's not like a thing that you're going to fix with the 3-month plan. The way that I was neglecting myself was something that I don't ever want to do again. The way that I felt back then is just something that I never want to feel again. And just me knowing that there could be a person that is feeling that way makes me feel really like it's my duty to let this out and like give you guys the information that I have. That yeah, I might not be a professional, or I might not be someone that studied for this, but I feel like one thing that I have is that has taught me is life. And sometimes your biggest teacher could be life, and the experiences that you experience and the things that you live and the journey that I had to go through. And that's something that no one could take away from me. And the things that I learned through that journey are things that I feel like I have to let other people know about them. And just let people know like that there's a world of adventures out there, and there's a world of goals and things you could conquer. And you don't have to feel sick all the time. You don't have to feel tired all the time and wonder why you feel this way. And I'm pretty sure there might be more people on this boat that are feeling this way, and that video or this words that I'm saying is for you. It's for you to know that I'm here with you because I've been there, I felt it, and I know it's a really bad feeling, but just remember that things will get better. And sorry, I'm kind of getting emotional just thinking about how hard it was and how I basically had to like build myself up and start basically from scratch after realizing all these things that I found out, which I'm so grateful for. And I'm so glad that I took all this time in reading and finding out all this information. And I'm just glad that I'm able to share it with you guys. And yeah, so I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about that. And I hope that this video helps at least one of you guys out there. And if that is something that I'm able to do, then I'm more than thankful for that. I'm already like more than paid for that by knowing that somebody else that really needed the information is able to use it, and they're able to get out of it, and they're able to regain their health. I wanted to reclaim my peace, and by doing that, the only way was that you can't be pouring from an empty cup into trying to fill a cup if your cup is empty to start with. And the journey was moving from rush to a past life, to embrace the peace, to embrace the ritual that it takes to make a tea, and to embrace the fact that in a world where everyone wants everything so instant, I learned to embrace the peace and embrace the patience that it takes to brew a tea, because once you start brewing your tea, you'll realize that you can't have it instantly, and you can't just drink it as soon as you pour the leaves. You could drink it. It takes steps to make it, which becomes a ritual, and it becomes a way of self-care, and you realize how to take care of yourself, and that every morning that you make your tea, it's taking care of yourself. And basically I had to embrace that, and I had to realize that I had to pause. I had to take two steps back and just breathe and enjoy the moment, enjoy the patience of like brewing a tea and the work that it takes into it. And that's just how life is. That's just how health is. It's the exact same thing. This analogy that I gave you guys is the exact same thing as how your health is. You can't just become healthy tomorrow. You can't just become fit tomorrow. You know, it's steps. It takes patience. It takes determination. It takes discipline, because that's something that a lot of people forget to say, because everybody tells you it's determination. You get out there and you do your whatever you want to do, but they forget to tell you that it's also discipline. There's days that you're not wanting to do it. You know, there's days that you're not gonna want to do it, but you need to remember the why you're doing it, and the how it makes you feel better, and the reason behind everything, and that energy that you want to reconquer.